It's race 6 of LNR Season 2, and today is the final race of the season. Today we're going to be at Autopolis, and we are about 10 minutes away from quali and 20 minutes away from the race. It's going to be an intense one, Autopolis GP in Japan with the super formulas. We're going to expect some rain, we're going to expect some boost and some overtake buttons. It's going to be insane. Looking at the championship points, it's going to be a close one. The top two guys are 2 points away from each other. Oh, it's going to be difficult. I wonder what's going to happen today. But before we get into that, I'd like to thank the sponsors: Semcrete, Gorilla Garage, SavSpeed, Mayfair Gearbox. And for the next hour, you're going to be with me, Mithun, and Rehan. How's it going?
How's it going, Mithun, and everyone else watching? Yeah, this is like a much anticipated. Hopefully there's no issues again, because we've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting race. And just a little tidbit for our viewers here. Both Kyle and EcoBoost, RTA Safa and EcoBoost, decided that they are going to start at the back of the pack.
Ooh, that's gonna be crazy.
They want to make a little show for us, so it's gonna be interesting.
Last to first, they're forcing themselves to do a last to first challenge. And they're only like 2 points away from each other. Sure.
Yeah,
and
right.
They're 2 points away from each. Looking at the championship points, Safa will need to be in the top 4 by the end of the race. And EcoBoost just needs to be ahead of Safa at any position. So Safa's definitely got his work cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Unless one of them decide to sneak in a qualifying lap in the end, you never know. hopefully not.
So they're not gonna quali, and they're just gonna start the race from the back, and that's gonna be insane. Looking at the rest of the drivers, I mean, besides EcoBoost and Safa, I mean, we've got One Prime, we got Lorenzo, Osawa, Wolfie, Leap, Ghost Killer, Kendog, Serious Sam, Pumpkin, DC Gaming, Dino, Catfish, and Sniper that are meant to be in this lobby tonight. I'm busy looking at the lobby at the moment, and we've got 9 players. We've got EcoBoost, Wolfie, Leap, Safa, Dino, Osawa, Sniper, DC Gaming, and Catfish. So we are definitely missing about 5 other drivers. I hope they get in on time. Quali is about 6 minutes away. And
I see the tier 2 also. I'm busy checking them out as well, just as a little bit of curiosity. And also a couple drivers short. I think they are 6 in the lobby at the moment. I think that is just shy of what they've got. But yeah, the tier 2 has also been heating up. We don't see the race on the stream, but the points are close. Yeah. I think there's a 3-way tie for first place in tier 2 at the moment.
Oh my god, that is way too close.
So I mean, if we could have run multiple streams, I mean, we would show you guys, because it's been kicking off in tier 2 as well.
I think for next season we're definitely gonna find a way to have that multiple streams. Have you driven in Autopolis? What do you think of the track? I absolutely love this track.
I hesitated at first. So the first time I had this funny enough, this exact combo, the S Super Formulas around Autopolis, was a couple months back. There was a time trial to do for this very track in the SFs, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I was like 4 seconds off the pace, and then just finding out by the guys, like, what am I doing wrong? These cars are so like, how can I say, so on edge all the time. You can't use a lot of steering angle. You can't be too
you can't floor it. You gotta make sure your boost is right. It's insane.
The boost is gonna be a key thing for overtakes. And look at that Red Bull livery, also very nice.
I was looking at the actual super formulas, and they actually do race on this track in Japan, and I think 2 or 3 weeks ago they had one of their races at Autopolis with the super formulas, and it was absolutely amazing to watch these guys drive it. The times are all off because it would be like 4 a.m. South African time, because they're racing in afternoon Japan. But yeah, the SF23 is a brand new car. I mean, they had the SF19s prior to this. So you got a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and you've got the boost function. Now the boost function will give you extra aero, extra kilowatts electrically. But
yeah, it's essentially like nitrous.
It's essentially working the similar way. I think it's electronically boosted. But the difference between this one and the SF19 is that the SF19, you could check your rear view mirrors to see when the guy behind you is pressing his boost button, and then you press your boost button, so it effectively negates boost. Now here, they've got the lights system where it would randomly pop up and it will randomly blink when people are using the boost. But there's a difference. You will see a green light and a red light. The red light means that you've got under half your boost to go, and then the green light means you've got between 50% and 100% boost to go in your track.
Is that a thing in GT?
That's a thing in GT. It's modeled. It's
no
exactly
idea.
working like that. It's awesome.
Wow, I've just never noticed that.
Yeah.
Wow, I need to look at the cars here, honestly.
Yeah, and we expecting rain tonight. It is going to be towards the end. They definitely have to use well, I mean, they've got options for racing softs and racing hards. No mediums are available. They don't have to use both. They can just use one because rain is expected. And the rain's going to come in at the end. It's going to be R4 and R6. So it's sort of playing with the Inter's territory. But I don't know. I think some guys are going to be sitting on the soft tires for a lot longer than they should, because the time.
On that note, let me just get it to hop in here quickly. I was in a practice lobby with some of the pace guys, and they had the settings naturally for practice, and the rain was just barely there. Like there was a patch of blue, but not enough to get out the inters. There was just barely enough. It didn't even really affect the softs too much. So. And that's the thing. It's never the same weather system for every race. Yeah. So they couldn't get practice on the rain. We don't know. The rain might not happen. The rain might happen in this. It might be harder rain than what we've experienced and what we've seen. That's the thing about this weather system on GT. You just really never know. So you have to be prepared.
Yeah. We are about, I think, 2 minutes, so 1 minute away from quali. So why don't you take us through a lap guide?
Okay, yeah. So, okay, this is the exit. This is the going to the final 2 corners, a long right-hander going onto the left hand. This is flat out. Going onto a nice long straight, we're going to see, once again, a lot of boost being used. We're going to see the slipstream, because in these cars, the slipstream is very, very powerful. So you're going into your first corner. It's a nice long right-hander, a short right-hander. It's very blind, so you have to be very brave with it. Onto the curb on the inside, the curb on the outside, and yeah, it's a high-paced track. This one, especially in the super formulas. Going into the second section here, it's relatively high speed. Some of the guys I've seen them take it in 4th gear, some in 3rd gear. And then just sort of coast along, not really using much brakes up until this heavy hairpin turn here. And yeah, this is a very dodgy point for these super formulas, because if you get into the power too early, you could really spin out, and damage is a very potent thing here. Onto the long left-hander. This is going to be a tire drainer. So if the guys are going too hard and probably overtakes, it could really see their tires going haywire. Nice big hairpin here on a uphill going towards a
that
downhill.
off-camber turn is insane.
Off-camber turn, yeah, and you have to like really be on it with the brakes and the acceleration heading out there. This downhill is going to be, I won't say flat out, but there's no brakes needed from what I've experienced so far. And going to this right-hander, barely any brakes used. That's the one thing. I can't even say braking points, because the only heavy braking points is the hairpins and this little tiny section here, which could get a bit scrumptious, let's say, on the tires as well, because with the camber, the elevation, just the way the track is designed, it's going to be easy to make a mistake and spin out, as you see there on the replay. As the curbs can unsettle the car very much so. So yeah, you have to be well prepared, and like you said, damage is on here. I think the guys are on their qualifying lap, if I'm not mistaken.
They're gonna start quali in about a minute. They're just finishing up their practice laps right now. But one of the things I noticed about this track is you gotta have that practice. And if you got the practice, then you have that muscle memory on when to brake, when to use engine braking, and when to start using your boost. Because it's very difficult to wing it. You got to be a certain type of alien, like Kalen in the chat, to be able to wing this type of track and car.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I've seen Kalen was already matching the laps of these top guys here. So hopefully we see him in the next season. Maybe not. Well, man's getting married soon, so maybe preferably not. Let's get him doing life things first. Big plans first.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we see a 24.6 from Wolfie. That is a solidly fast lap, I must say.
346. I haven't taken a look at the lap.
The one thing about this in practice is that the guys don't have access to that overtake boost button.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know if it activates in qualifying. We shall see.
It does. Yeah, I think it does activate in quali. We'll definitely take a look at it in a minute. I mean, we should be in quali just now. I think they're just giving a little bit of time to wait for the some of the guys to the late arrivals to join the lobby. But yeah, I mean, with that boost function and the practice, you like Kalen says, you gotta worry about the dirty air as well, because these are high aero cars.
Yep, I see the Leapy gave us a little bit of an Easter egg with running out of fuel there. Unfortunately, he could just go back to pits.
I think the practice fuel is the same as the quali fuel, and the quali fuel is only just enough to do 2 laps. So you got your out lap and your flying lap. So it's a 5-minute quali, and all you have to do is 1 flying lap. And if you make any mistakes, you're starting from the back.
Yep. So we'll see. I mean, these guys, you can see they are all running some fast times here. But what I'm curious to see is the the first few sections of the race, because as we know, we've seen it in Formula 1, we've seen it in Super Formula. Turn ones can be treacherous, especially on a longer straight. And these are rolling races, if I'm correct.
Rolling start, yeah.
Is it a rolling start? Okay.
Well, I mean, we can find out, right?
We can find out.
I'm sure. We can actually find out. It is grid start with false start check.
Oh, okay. That makes things very interesting. I wonder if you'll see a repeat, because if anyone's watched Formula 1 recently, Mercedes did a thing, a repeat of Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton, but with Hamilton and Russell this time clashing onto each other in the first corner. So yeah, teammates, we have a few teammates running here. Hopefully it doesn't happen here. But yeah,
I mean, we run the same damage model, as in heavy damage. So if somebody takes their teammate out on the first turn, both of them's race is pretty much over, because they have to limp back to the pits to get the damage repaired.
Yeah. So one thing I did notice is that even with heavy damage, sometimes a certain touch. Sorry, my little nephew's coming through, just sleeping here. Some of the touches on the cars don't immediately give damage. So it depends on how hard the knock is, because I've even seen like a little bit of bum drafting just for the sake of it. It was practice, it was testing out just to see what you could do. And there wasn't damage from a significant hit. So, but when it comes to the walls and the barriers, and let me tell you, it seriously affects the cars. I had a lap, just out of curiosity's sake, did a lap with just front wing or front bumper damage on the icon, and whoa, EcoBoost goes flying. there you go. So pretty much showing me what I wanted. But yeah, and I lost about 3.5 seconds just with front bumper wing damage.
Oh, that's a lot of time lost.
That's a lot of time lost, and that's like doing a full lap, like I said, out of curiosity, but still pushing it as if I was doing qualifying.
Yeah.
But still lost 3.5 seconds. So that is it's quite potent.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, like Kaylin says in the chat, yeah, dirty air. Experienced that as well. And oh my word, in such high downforce scores, dirty air, you don't see it, but you better believe it. It's there, and you and it will take effect into these guys. So with also about doing a little spin there, half spin. But yeah, I see Safa and Pumpkin Patch on the hards here. Maybe that's just for practice sake.
That's
But
probably
the
just for
hards to me felt very icy, as in you're skating on ice driving those hard tires.
Well, it takes like two laps for those hards to warm up.
Yeah,
Safa not worrying about his race. He's sitting in the chat, talking to us here.
yeah, no driving while on cell phone, Kyle. We've seen it affect Monday before with his 17 penalties in Le Mans. Let's hope. But yeah, if in terms of penalties though, there's not really much corner cutting to do here, as we've seen on many of the other tracks.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be cutting corners, you're probably going to be cutting your car out of the race in the same way, because these things get very off center, off balance when they touch the grass. So even just a little too much curb.
Yeah, you floor it on too much curb and you're definitely going to be spinning out. I'm going to definitely keep my finger on that replay button while we have that grid start with false start check. Because
yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so that replay functionality is going to come in quite handy.
And the guys, that's the thing. Like the guys starting at the back, it's really not over. They could gain some places at the start if they get a good launch. I don't know if traction is enabled or disabled yet.
It's disabled. You're not allowed traction control, and you're not allowed traction control during the rain.
Okay, nice. So that is see, Iko was already giving some hints there. Safa's done practicing, but he's been in the pits the whole time.
These two guys trying to make life hard for each other.
It's going to be it's going to be a very interesting one for sure. Taking heed of Kalen's usual strategy in races, starting at the back and see how far you come along.
Yeah, I'm looking at the.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking at the point right now, and so EcoBoost is right now leading the championship at 112 points. Safa is 2 points behind him. Leap is, I think, 11 points behind Safa. The fight is definitely between the top two. So Leap at 99 points, Ghost Killer Pace at 96, Wolfie at 94, Catfish on 83, Pumpkin 77, DC 73, Osawa on 69, 65 on Lorenzo, Kendog got 65 as well, and so does One Prime. 63 points for Sniper, and Dino with 59, and the final one is Serious Sam 34. I didn't see Serious Sam in the lobby. I wonder if he's going to be joining us.
Yeah, I don't think so. He said his Mondays have been a bit hectic, and also hasn't been feeling too well. So
right.
Yeah, he's put in some laps just to test out the waters, but I don't think he'd be able to commit, unfortunately.
So here we have the quali that has started, and everybody's got just about 2 laps worth of fuel. The first guys are out the pits. Dino, first one out the pits with the first penalty of 3 seconds. I suppose
that's where you can get a penalty.
I hope this is his only penalty on his out lap.
He's probably slapping himself in the face like, why did I just do that?
Why me?
So unnecessary.
Why is it always me?
He's been having quite a season. Oh my word.
He's got the pace, but he finds all the barriers.
And he almost found the grass there. Catfish also, and this is simply due to the effect of the dirty air.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
extra bit of braking, you need to like compensate for an extra like 10 meters or so of earlier braking. Otherwise, you're gonna send yourself into the shadow realm.
I wonder why Osawa is still stuck in the pits. I think. I hope he's in front of his. He hasn't gone to make himself a cup of tea.
You only have one lap, EcoBoost says. I think
Yeah.
they're busy driving with each other there at the moment. EcoBoost, okay, he's ahead of Sniper there. But let's just hope he doesn't throw the guy off his pace.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So they definitely do have overtake boost button enabled for quali. So
Yeah.
Eco
Oh,
boost.
that's decent.
Okay,
You're gonna
so
see some flying laps here.
Okay,
Like
so-
seriously flying laps.
first one to cross the lap is across the line is Pumpkin, and
You can see
we
the
are
boost is taking big effect there.
yeah, and he's going to use it throughout this entire lap.
Uh-huh,
And we
uh-huh.
saw 124 with Wolfie during practice, so we're definitely going to see some fast times now because during practice you're not allowed boost.
Yep. Also, another thing with these cars, that 75% fuel that we're starting with here, the initial fuel, well, at least to begin the race, that's going to help with the car's weight and speed. But also, if you are a bit too heavy on the throttle and the rears, if you're over-revving the car too much, you won't be able to last. You'll need to fill up.
Yeah.
So the guys are going to have to put a little bit of fuel saving, very very slight.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see where the guys do their little
You gotta drive it
fuel saving
sensibly.
stints. Yeah, it's a lot of little things to look out for. Eh?
Right. So we're gonna see Pumpkin, and he's in the final sector. These curves always throw me off. I love this track.
This entire
absolutely.
section.
Yeah, I absolutely love this track. Whenever I do any tuning races and I want to figure out whether the tune is good or not, I do my testing on this track, on the full layout, because there is a short layout as well, but I prefer the full layout, and I do my testing.
There's a lot of high-speed turns. There's a lot of slow corners. There's a lot of uphill, downhill sections. There's camber. There's uphill corners, downhill corners. It's really really good. Ooh,
Ghost Killer coming in with a
124.
24-1. That's absolutely fast.
That's blistering. Wow. Okay. Leapy very close with the 24.5. 24.2 by EcoBoost, so he decided to qualify anyway.
Oh,
Let's see. I heard Safa saying that he wanted to start at the back, but we'll see. We'll see. Safa is obviously not going to set his lap. But we shall see how it goes with EcoBoost. EcoBoost very very close to Ghost Killer's time though, but very well done to Ghost Killer for getting his pole position here. Look at Safa. Safa is not pleased. He's not pleased. Let's see what EcoBoost has to say to that. DC Gaming with a 124.9, I think I saw there.
okay. Let's take
I
look.
think I just saw it on the stream, just by a little glimpse there. But yeah, close. I mean, this what is that, like freaking 6-7 drivers within a second once again,
Right.
and Safa setting a 144. Yeah, that's we'll see if he can manage to bring back that 20 seconds in the race.
EcoBoost getting in the way of Osawa's flying lap. Hope that's just friendly.
Yeah, and Ostova's not using his boost as well. Maybe forgot about it.
He was also the last one to leave. I think he left the pits like a minute later than everyone else.
Yeah, he did. He was there for a while. Maybe he was making coffee first.
Yeah. Catfish is in the pits. I don't know if you changing his tires, but he could change the tires.
Watch the space, EcoBoost says. I wonder. The banter for
Well,
the final race here.
I hope EcoBoost, if he's going to definitely join Safa at the back, he doesn't impede people's races in the front.
Yep. Once again, because that turn one, oof, ouch.
And Sniper was on his
Sniper
flying lap.
Into Pumpkin.
Sniper
Was he
was on
not?
his flying lap. Yeah, this is his
Oh
flying
gosh,
lap.
oh gosh. Yeah, because I think just the guys just don't think about the guys having a later flying lap. Supposed to give them the space on track and whatever. But I don't think Sniper's too worried about it, honestly. I
Yeah.
think he's just been enjoying the series so far.
Yeah.
He's just been enjoying the drive, and that is just what it's all about, enjoying the
So we're
game.
starting off with Ghost Killer, then EcoBoost, Leap.
Maybe EcoBoost gonna do a heavy false start. Yeah, 5 drivers within 8 tenths of each other.
Then
8 tenths. That is insane. Pumpkin patch with a 25.389, which is relatively fast. So don't count him out. We've seen what he can do on Le Mans. And then Catfuss also he brought back a seriously mad race last time out. Safa with a 144 just to set the time in there anyway. And Sniper getting caught out unfortunately.
So the guys that we're missing is Kendog, One Prime, Lorenzo, and Sirius Sam. And
Okay, four drivers. 11 is still a good show.
27 laps about to begin. Let's go.
It's going to be interesting. I'm so excited for this one. The final race of the season. It's going to be between EcoBoost and EcoBoost and Safa for this one. Let's see what happens.
I'm keeping my hand over the replay button.
Blue flag is up for some reason. There we go, it's gone. 5 red lights and we're gonna be underway. Reaction times. EcoBoost looks to get away very well. And Ghost Killer as well. Guys using their boost. And Ghost Killer gets into the first corner without any problems. It looks like there's a little bit of touching there by Wolfie.
Everybody seems to have gotten away through that quite nicely. And I don't see anybody on the field. Everyone's still close together. Wolfie
closely packed.
Okay, so it looks like everybody's gotten away very cleanly. I like it. We're done with the first sector. No, somebody had a spin.
Oh, it looks like EcoBoost.
Sniper.
Oh, sniper. Okay, EcoBoost has fallen to the back to keep the gentleman's agreement between himself and Safa.
Right. So these two guys
are
going
to
try and fight this all the way.
So
Safa has to get to P4. And EcoBoost is going to try and, we don't know if he's going to fight him all the way to the 4th place or not.
Yeah, because we see these guys, they already had the banter in the lobby itself. So we'll see what they decide to get on during the race.
Ghost Killer opening up the gap
to take each other.
To 2.6 seconds from Leap. Leap opening up the gap.
Flying.
1.5 seconds.
Leap is on hards. Ghost Killer's on softs.
Ghost Killer's on softs.
And you see that already has put in a massive gap. 30 seconds within a lap. To be fair, Leapy wasn't right behind Ghost Killer from the start. Although he did get up there pretty soon. Dino looking close behind, and Wolfie as well on the charge. Gets the position. Does he get it into the first corner? He does, but
also gonna fight back.
He looked for it. He looked for it. Maybe tried to throw Wolfie off his game. Sorry, I said Dino, but it was Osava. Looking wrong there. Dino in 3rd place currently. Pumpkin Patch also on the soft tires. And Catfuss, his teammate right behind him, also on the softs. EcoBoost is on softs, if I'm not mistaken.
EcoBoost should be on softs and Safa's on hards.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I think, Sniper had to go into the pits. That is unfortunate. DC Gaming had to go into the pits. I wonder, that he must have had damage there as well. So he goes onto the hards. Unfortunate beginning there after having a very good qualifying lap. 124.9. But once again, we've seen before, this guy has come back from some seriously oddities. But yeah, and again, we always commend him for running with a controller against these top class guys. But yeah, gaps are opening up from the lead to 2nd and 2nd to 3rd.
Goes from 3rd to 5th.
Yeah, must have had a bit of an issue there.
A bit of a moment with some dirty air. EcoBoost up to 6th place.
Safa up to 7th. Okay, so they are following each other in suit. Dino getting up in Safa's way though. Back up to 6th for Dino. KBR EcoBoost is in 5th. And we'll see. Safa has fallen way behind. And I think that is just due to the hards. So something that I noticed with these soft tires, you can nurse them if you drive, I would say, relatively slower pace. I've tried managing consistent 127s, and I've actually managed to get 14 laps, 13 laps going on to 14 on the soft tires.
Yeah.
Which would make a one-stopper on softs available, but I don't think that would be viable in race pace because you obviously want to race. There's a lot of battling happening.
Yeah.
So naturally, Safa getting spinning up.
Getting damage.
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
And Ken Dog load shedding probably. Unfortunate for him.
Let's take a look. And this is not the look we are looking for.
Unfortunately. Yeah, suffer with damage. And yeah, I saw it on the stream, so I had my own little replay here. And that was just the sense of the too much power, the car slid out a bit. I think the right rear couldn't get enough traction on the exit. Texting and driving does that suffer. Kalen says there in the chat. Yeah, that is texting and driving. Fortunately, there's only it's only simulation damage. Let me
So
see.
this
This is a
should
little bit
be,
back.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. So getting out of the hairpin, it's a slow exit, and then going onto this long left-hander. It's a high-speed left-hander, and we'll see. Suffer into fourth, into fifth early, and I think getting on that curb unsettled the car. That is it, and then just from there's no pulling back.
Yeah.
Once these SF starts to get away, that just is what it is. Unfortunately.
Well, he's gone to the pits and got some repairs done. So he's sitting right at the back, whereas
With DC Gaming.
EcoBoost is up to fifth. I think out of the start, Wolfie also lost out quite a bit because Wolfie started up in the podium. I think he was P3.
I think so, yeah.
I think P4. I think Dino got P3 at that point in time. And Wolfie got down all the way down to 8th. He's up to 7th now with Sapphire going off and DC going off.
And Ghost Killer is just flying, eh?
Ghost Killer
He's
absolutely
hitting some
flying. 10
laps.
seconds gap to leap.
25-7 on race pace. Gee whiz.
That's some see. Really,
That's
quick.
flying.
That is flying. So we got
So
Ghost
he's
Killer,
prepared.
Leap.
DP is on the hard, so he will be falling off. But look at that, nearly 3 seconds a lap. 3 seconds a lap at least on the hard. So as much as the hards will last much longer, it could essentially nullify the point of a stop, because the stop is the pit stop segment is very fast with these cars. I think it's around about between 17 and 20 seconds, depending on what has to happen. Damage will obviously increase that, fueling up will obviously increase that, but I think just to change tires, it's about 18 seconds.
Yeah. So
So
looking at the
Ghost
track
Killer
map,
almost has a pit stop lead,
oh yes.
and it's climbing. It's
Yeah,
climbing.
it was 10 seconds, now it's up to 12 and a half seconds. So we're looking at the gaps in the track. So you've got Ghost Killer just absolutely flying with it. Then you've got a big gap between him and Leap has, what, 6 people that are fighting for P2. Then you got Leap, Osawa, EcoBoost,
That's a train.
Pumpkin, Wolfie, and I think Dino is going to be a little bit further behind. No, Dino is at the end of the train. Dino's definitely
he's
at the
coming
end of
back
the
with
train.
it.
Catfish, there's a big gap between him and Dino, 13 seconds.
Oh, he
then
has
there's-
damage as well.
Catfish has damage on his rear bumper. That's why he's falling back.
Yeah, and
you've
that
got-
rear, as much as it is the rear, it affects the speed of the total speed of the car, and also getting out of corners is a bit treacherous. So he might have a bit of more throttle control needed as opposed to without damage.
Yeah. A Wolfie coming up into 3rd place. I wonder what happened.
He's made some gains because he was in
Osawa,
7th a few laps ago.
I think there might have been contact with Osawa and possibly somebody else, because Osawa's got damage and he was in P3 and now he's down to P4. Wolfie gaining from that because Wolfie was in P6.
Yeah, he was
yeah,
okay,
just a few
briefly
moments
P7,
ago.
Then yeah, I think last lap he was in P6. Yeah,
So he's definitely
so
gaining.
making gains. He's on the run. He's on a mission to catch up to Leapy and Ghost Killer as well. And I think they're all on the softs, or Wolfie and Ghost Killer. Osava as well on the softs.
EcoBoost fighting Osawa for P4. Well, this is going to be a nice battle to watch.
The Safa having a bit of an experience there at the back as well. Unfortunately, with that damage, having to go into the pit. And yeah, with this damage, as much as EcoBoost has the dirty air, so he won't be able to completely make the overtake. You see, he goes a little bit wide into that.
I don't think it'll be too
Quigley
much of a
section.
problem because Osawa is nursing some damage.
Yeah, and also he also had a bit of a moment going wide off track. Oh my word. Almost completely off there. I think that was just a bit of lag though. Is he going to go into the pits? Is he going to tank the damage. Nope, he
goes into the pits.
goes off into the pits. Promoting EcoBoost to 4th, Dino to 5th, Pumpkin Patch to 6th.
Wolfie up to
And-
3rd.
Yeah, and he's going to be on a charge. Let's have a look at Ghost Killer's tires there. His tire life. Also, trading down.
Going down, but
yeah,
I think he's still doing well to keep it together. Looking at Wolfie versus Ghost Killer, it's about the same.
Yeah, around about the same. So I think they'll either go maybe 9 laps or 10 laps on these soft tires. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that affects Leapy, because I'm impressed with Leapy's consistency so far, because those hard tires are a nightmare to get hold of in these cars.
So 7 laps down, 20 laps to go. Dino has used half his overtake boost already. Looking at everybody else, most of them have a lot more than half to go. Osawa hasn't used his boost at all. I hope he's got it
Disqualifying.
mapped.
I'm thinking the same thing. I was gonna say the same thing. Hopefully it
Sapphire
has it
used
mapped.
his, DC used a bit, and Sniper used a bit.
Yeah, I think they're gonna save that. Maybe Sapphire's gonna save that to maybe steal fastest lap. Maybe we shall see. But yeah, Ghost Killer's still holding on to the current fastest lap by a margin. Wolfie's lap times, what are they looking like, by the way?
He's doing
26.7.
126s.
Okay, so Ghost Killer still has the total pace, but it is gonna be slowing down. I mean, not dramatically. I mean, if you look at Wolfie's 3rd lap is a 127, and his 7th lap is a 127.
Yeah.
So
Look, he has been
the
battling through
tires are
traffic,
deep, they-
and yeah, so
that's true. That's true.
he's been battling.
But he still has a bit more in the tank.
He's got a
But
lot more in
this
the
plays
tank.
right into Ghost Killer's hands as well, because now he's going to be in dirty air. He has to use his tires a bit more. Because of that dirty air, he's going to have to rotate the car a bit more. Hopefully it doesn't go off track. That looked a bit dodgy there with that angle. But yeah, it looks like the pit stops are going to be happening anytime soon for the soft runners. And Ghost Killer is now on a 16-second lead. Wolfie is going to want to take the position, but I don't know, is he going to? Because again, the dirty air is just going to keep him going slower and slower. And to be fair, if Leapy can keep up the pace that he's keeping up now, I think it will be a very, very close touch with Ghost Killer as he gets out of the pits.
I'm looking
But
at
then
the
he'll
gap.
be getting onto fresher tires.
I'm looking at the gap between Wolfie and Leap, and it's been a bit of a yo-yo. I mean, he was less than half a second away, and now he's a second away, and then he's going to start gaining as we go down the straight. So,
That's simply due to the dirty air. It's a massive effect on these cars.
eco boost in the
it's-
pits.
Okay, so he's our first
So you notice the
stopper.
green lights on Leap. So he's using his boost right now.
I see on the little headboard thing behind the head.
Oh no, he's not using his boost right now.
Or is that just to show how much boost it is?
I think-
Okay,
I think
I'll
they
keep a
turn it
look
on
at
and
that. I'll
off.
keep an eye on that.
Yeah, they turn it on and off, probably just so that it doesn't tip off the guy in front.
Ooh, Dino and
Uh,
Pumpkin Patch coming around like
Dino, a
together.
3
and
seconds penalty. Dino, what are you doing?
He done the same thing in qualifying. Dino, I think he got a bit hesitant, maybe not to like knock into Pumpkin Patch, and then decided to go wide. But that was could have rather just slowed down instead.
The official slogan of Dino is you gotta go flat out, and it picks up some damage. dirty
For
air
a moment,
and the cold
the stream
tires.
was a bit. The stream from Discord was a bit iffy there for a moment, but it came right. It came right.
Okay, if it still
Yeah.
bugs out, I could kill it and restart it for you if you need.
Nah, okay, I'll let you know. But I can still see pretty much everything I need to. Ghost Killer is into the pits right now with a relative lead. Is he going to fuel up? He's going to be definitely changing tires. Is he going to go to another set of softs? Is he going to go for a set of hards?
I
You can see
think he'll
Wolfie's
stay on the
tires are
soft.
dead, eh?
I wonder if this is
I
a
think
3
so.
stop because we are on lap 9. So if they do 3 stints of 999, soft, that will be what, 27 times 2 seconds? That's about a
Where
minute.
is Ghost Killer and Leapy now? Sorry, I'm just like busy, like fumbling around with that. Leapy and Ghost Killer. Oh,
Okay, right behind
Whoa,
each
right on
other.
each other. Okay, but fresh softs versus used odds.
So
That is going to
Ghost
be.
Killer got a free pit stop. So he's
Yep.
right in front.
Yeah, and that gap is going to open dramatically. Look at that, gaining a tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, half a second. That is insane.
He's
Within the space of two
flying.
corners.
EcoBoost
that
with
is
fresh
insane.
softs, half a tank of fuel, and lots of boost to go. He's doing.
Ahead of Wolfie.
He's ahead of Wolfie.
Ah, he did the undercut. He did a proper undercut on Wolfie there.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. So EcoBoost into the podium there, and at this rate, staying on top and with current situation, current point standings, he would be the champion of MCC.
Well, Safa
briefly.
has to get to P4. Safa has to get to P4. If he's P5 or below, then EcoBoost takes the win.
Oh, so is Safa ahead at the moment on points?
Safa is behind by 2 points, but he needs to
That's
win by
close.
3.
It's seriously close.
He needs to win by 3. Well, Safa's definitely got his work cut out for him. I mean, we've
Oh,
got
for sure.
17 laps to go.
And I think that hard tires are not doing him any favors. 41 seconds behind the lead at the moment.
Yellow flag,
Wow,
Catfish.
Catfish. Wonder what happened there. Oh, the tires
He's got no
gone,
tires, and he spun out and
He's
damaged
got no
his
rear
wing.
Whew, he's basically riding a go-kart on the track against Formula 1s now. Against Super Formulas at least.
Let's go take a look at the top of the leaderboard. You got Ghost Killer Pace, 4.7 seconds, and just pulling away from Leap. Leap is 11 seconds away from EcoBoost. EcoBoost is 1.3 seconds away from Wolfie, who's 11 seconds away from Pumpkin. Safa is 14 seconds behind Pumpkin and 13 seconds ahead of Dino. Dino is 1 second ahead of Sniper, who
He just came out of the pits now.
Just came out of the pits, and I think 9 seconds ahead of Catfish. And Catfish and Osawa seems to be having a bit of a battle. Where Osawa just took that position. DC Gaming
I
going
think
in for
Catfish was in
another
the
pit.
pits there. I
yes,
saw DC Gaming go into
yes.
the pits, but
So Catfish had damage. Now he doesn't have damage.
I see.
So
So
he
also
went in
took
for the pits.
took the position after the pit stop.
Yeah, so he
By the
was
looks
still
of it.
warming up, getting out the pit, whereas Osawa probably had some pace over that pit entry area. Or
But
pit
look at that,
exit
DC
area.
Gaming bringing it back. I think it was something like 15 seconds or even more. No, it was like 30 seconds behind.
Well, he
the
came
rest
into
of
the
pack.
pits now, and this is probably his second pit stop.
Is his first bus?
It's
First,
his
second? Yeah. Is his
first
second pit stop? His first pit stop? Yeah, it is.
Well,
Yeah.
average
No.
pace-
He had to stop early because of damage. The second lap, I remember. Yeah. Lap
Yeah.
1, he had to pit already. So it is his second stop, but that looked weird. I thought Leapy was going to go off there for a second.
Ghost Killer absolutely flying. 8 seconds gap
8
behind Leap.
seconds.
And
That is
Leap
insane.
opening up the gap to 7 seconds. Well, no, closing EcoBoost closing down the gap. It was 10 seconds. Now it's 6.9. So EcoBoost on an absolute charge.
He's on a charge and very close to pipping that fastest lap time from Ghost Killer. And I'm sure Ghost Killer is not slowing down as well. He's probably going to be pushing all the way onto the end there. And I only noticed now, Kalen just said curb. I don't know when was that, but to be fair,
That
I
might
think
have been
with
Safa's.
Safa.
Yeah, Safa's.
Yeah,
swing.
Safa's incident. But yeah, the curbs are hectic on this track. It really can unsettle the car. And I mean, as much as you want to, there's a few of the corners where you can take a decent amount of curb because it's you're not going too fast. But that long left hander, the curbs can really throw you off. It either could throw you off into a spin like we've seen with Safa, or it could throw you wide, sending you into the grass and then possibly hitting a barrier, getting damaged, all the works.
Safa up to P6. So he's still working his way through the grid on his hard tires. Still hasn't been in the pits. So he has to, I think, looking at his tires,
He could still go for a while. He
I
could
think
really
that
no
Safa
stop.
could do a no stop.
He could do a no stop, yeah. But that's the thing, because I mean, look at the time difference between the hard and the soft tires. We know for a fact both. I mean, even Leapy included. Leapy, Safa, EcoBoost, they are fast drivers. So to see them this far behind on the timing, as I say, that EcoBoost sets a 1:25.078 in his last lap. So really on a charge.
Flying and picking up traffic. He's got Dino in front of him. Hopefully Dino keeps it all together.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to go off track. He goes slightly offline. Is he gonna go wide here? Give EcoBoost the position. Ooh, EcoBoost goes a little bit there onto the curb. That could have been nasty. But I think, yeah, Dino is sticking off the line. EcoBoost goes on the grass line for a little bit of
EcoBoost
extra
using
speed
the
going there.
overtake button.
Chasing up to Leapy. Chasing Leapy now for second place. And I'm sure he's gonna get that without much of a struggle. Because those hard tires are starting to look a bit shady for Leapy. Shady in the sense that they used. They're quite used.
They are quite used. So Leap not making good use of his tires.
Yeah, and Ghost Killer's almost opened another pit stop distance as well.
Okay,
As you say.
Yeah, Ghost Killer 16 seconds ahead. Yeah. So here's the battle for P2. EcoBoost versus Leap. And they are 0.2 of a second. So EcoBoost definitely needs to get through Leap.
Yeah, okay. So here's an analogy I just thought of. Right, driving with the hard tires is essentially opting in to race in dirty air all the time.
Yeah.
that's how it feels on the hard tires. So that's at least the lap times that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Because it's very treacherous. We see EcoBoost hit a 127 on the last lap, and that was due to the battling with Dino
traffic.
But that's not gonna improve much this lap either, because he's been trying to get ahead of Leapy, which he will probably go for at this next final stretch.
Yeah.
We'll see. So I'll ask you to just flick between them to see who uses overtake, who stays, who submits the position. I think Leapy will let him have it. Yeah, EcoBoost on the boost. And right behind Leapy. Leapy doesn't even use the boost, so he just says, "Have it, sir. I'll serve it up on a silver platter for you." EcoBoost now into second place, and he's going to be chasing the lead.
Dino trying to unlap himself.
He's trying to unlap himself. Just don't cause any issues there. It's very tough because again, those hard tires aren't ideal, and Dino is going to be faster on those soft tires at the moment.
The guy winning and loving all of this is Ghost Killer. He's just opening up a bigger gap and getting another pre-pit stop.
Yeah, and check that consistency as well. 126, 126, 126, 126. EcoBoost for the 130, but that is all going to change from now, I'm sure. Because now, with clean air, EcoBoost has it all to make up.
12 laps to go. EcoBoost owes us one pit stop. I don't think... Well, Ghost Killer is definitely going to go for another pit stop. Kaylin in the comments says no stop is not optimal.
Yeah, with fuel save, not having to refuel. And EcoBoost needs to make the leap. He did make the leap into second place. And yeah, he's just pulling away. Already 3.5 seconds between himself and Leapy. Dino still trying to unlap himself there. Unfortunately,
Wolfie
he's stuck in a situation there.
So Wolfie is under a second away from Leap.
Yeah, he's also going to be on the attack. And is Dino going to get the position? Is Dino going for it? He is going for it. And I think he will... he pushes Leapy a little bit. I think he was a bit too confident going into that corner there. Pushes Leapy not too wide, but Wolfie is going to be using the boost. Is he going to make a move? Oh, this is a bit...
doesn't use the boost,
interesting.
But he makes the
goes
position.
Out on the outside of those two left-handers and makes the move stick. Very, very solid move there by Wolfie. Now back into the podium positions. Leapy is going to be quite frustrated, I think, with his tire choice.
That was such a nice clean overtake by Wolfie.
That was a nice clean overtake, for sure. You can see Wolfie is on the boost. He looks for a move here. You see he edges a little bit to the right and then goes back in, just to give Leapy a bit of a show. Like, listen, I'm about to do it here. But I think that threw Leapy off his line because he goes wide for the first right-hander.
Yeah, it was too tight on that entry.
Compromises his line for the double left-hander here. And Wolfie is just like,
nice take. That was so nice
and
to
Dino
watch.
unlaps himself in the process, but now has to deal with trying to get away from Wolfie, and he's gonna be trying to push his best to get away from that third place position to keep to not have to worry about slowing down for lap cars.
Ghost Killer still opening up the gap. 19 seconds. EcoBoost still opening up his gap, but Wolfie now at 5.8 seconds. Wolfie 3.2 seconds ahead of Leap. Why is Leap? Okay, well, Leap's got two things against him. He's got really worn tires, and those tires are hard tires.
Yep.
So he doesn't have the pace. So he couldn't defend against Wolfie that well.
Yeah, it wouldn't have lasted long. The move would have happened sooner or later. Pumpkin Patch now on a finished set of soft tires. He's probably going to be putting this lap, and
10 laps to go.
Likely Leapy as well.
Leap.
Or I wonder, maybe Leapy will edge another lap out of it.
Yeah, so I think Leapy's going to go 999. But Pumpkin, I don't think Pumpkin can do 999. I think Pumpkin's going to be doing 10 laps on the next lap, on the next stint.
I think you meant Leapy was going to go for 18.9, not a 999.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Patch is going probably for the maybe, what is that, the 9.8.10 or 8.8.10?
9.8.10.
Not too sure on all the stops there.
9.8.10.
Because I think judging off the way the soft tires lost, you could either do a 9.99 stint, you could do a 8.9.10 stint, but with some heavy saving on the third stint, or you could do a 8.8.11.
I'm taking a look.
Which is
I want to go to the
pushing.
cockpit cam. Look on the left-hand side. Check how worn Safa's tires are.
Yeah, so the graining is something that I can respect from GT, and as you see, you'll actually notice when he comes out of the pits, you'll see that graining is not even visible. You'll notice the difference between a set of used tires and a set of fresh tires.
Leaps in
So I
the
mean,
pits.
even if we go like check Leapy going into the pits now, and as well as Pumpkin Patch. Okay, so I wonder, is Leapy gonna go to softs? Yes, he does. He goes onto the softs. No refueling needed. Same with Pumpkin Patch, and Ghost Killer, Loving Life still increasing the lead, and getting slower. Naturally, the tires are wearing out, but it's essentially a pit stop in
EcoBoost
the
has
lead.
got no tires.
Yeah, so I think he's been trying to push for fastest lap. I mean, he does have the fastest lap at the moment. So,
But his
I don't
last
know,
lap was at
maybe
129, and he's having 130. So he's not doing like consistently fast laps. He's having some battles. He's got some traffic.
He's had a lot of battles, he's had a lot of traffic, and I think by the time he was able to get into clean air, his tires were almost completely used.
Ghost Killer in
And
the
Ghost
pits.
Killer is in, and he's going to be doing another 9 laps. So I think he done the 999 stint, and I think that's going to work out perfectly for him. EcoBoost.
EcoBoost still owes us a pit stop because of
Yeah,
his
is he
extremely
going to
worn.
chance another lap? I don't think so.
I
Because
don't
he's been
think
running
so.
an entire lap on
He's gonna
used
go into the
tires.
pits.
He's going to go into
There
the
we go.
pits, yeah.
He's into
For
the
sure.
pits. Wolfie
We
is into
still
the
can't
pits.
see any well, there's a few clouds in the sky there. In the practice session that I was in, the rain only came at like the 33rd minute, and it wasn't enough to opt in for the inters. But we'll see. It's all subject to change. It's never official. You say, it is gonna rain. It might not rain at all. It might be heavier rain than expected. So we'll see. So
I'm
it's
Go to
until
Ghost
that rain
Killer.
comes, we cannot say that everything is official just yet.
I'm looking at Ghost Killer, and it looks like in your in lap is 10 seconds slower, or well 9 seconds slower, and your out lap
Ooh.
is 10 seconds slower. So
That's a
9,
bit of a
18,
slide
20
there.
seconds. So with a pit stop loses you 20 seconds, and that includes
seconds.
changing your tires.
Changing tires, yeah.
So-
It's not a lot. It's
not
really,
a
really
lot.
not a
So
lot.
he's
in
got
the-
2 pit stops, so that's 40 seconds, and what are we? 27.
I mean,
seconds?
it's 26, 27s, and then the hard runners are doing 29 and 30. So essentially 2 seconds a lap. By the time you're done 9 laps, you're 18 seconds ahead,
Yeah.
which has proved to be the case with Ghost Killer, yeah, but he is increasing that lead all
It
the time.
looks like the winning
Uh,
strat is 999 softs all the way.
Looks like. Check Ghost Killer's current lap there.
Well, this is
Yeah, so
he's starting his
35,
out lap.
36, so it's pretty much 20 seconds, 19 to be exact.
Yeah, yeah.
Still, like, I mean, look at how much of an effect it had. I mean, Ghost Killer qualified first. He shot off from the get-go.
Dominated.
There was a bit of, I won't say incidents on the first corner, but there was a bit of uncertainty and whatever. But Ghost Killer just took the most out of it, and he is gunning for that win. He is in tunnel vision
The
mode.
start
He's
of this
seeing-
race was brilliant to watch. I mean, there wasn't any major shunts. There
Yep.
was a little bit of tapping here and there, but I mean that's to be expected with
That's-
going
that's-
three
that's what I
wide.
see.
But there was nothing really.
Yeah, no one taking each other
destructive.
out, which is the best part of it.
No mistakes, nothing destructive.
Ooh, track is suddenly misty. Very, very misty. Oh, hello.
Oh, I hope
This
we get
quick
a
throw
little bit of
spanner in
rain
the works.
coming
I
in.
wonder what might happen.
Catfish is
Blue
about
flag.
to get, Ghost Killer is
Ghost
about
Killer.
to
Wow, he's catching up to 7th already. Gee whiz, that is insane.
take a look at DC. So DC needs to go in for some tires.
Looks
Take a
like
look at
Ghost
Osawa.
Killer's driving Max Verstappen's car tonight, yeah.
Osawa's got new tires. Dino's just got new tires now.
Yeah, he was in the pits
Sniper.
just a moment ago.
Sniper got new tires 2 laps ago. Take a look at the leaders. Ghost Killer dominating, absolutely
Just-
dominating.
Just a show of force here. EcoBoost and Wolfie is a second between each other. Wolfie is on the hunt, but does Wolfie still have to pit?
No,
No,
none
no.
of them. None of them need to
Ooh,
pit.
So the cards are up here for second position, and Wolfie almost matched EcoBoost's time, sitting a 125, 124.
but I'm looking
so
at the lap
flying.
times. It's going to be difficult for Wolfie to overtake because you got dirty air that you need to worry about.
So EcoBoost is going to be pushing
EcoBoost
to keep that second place.
the gap is
but-
increasing. It was 1.2 seconds at the start of when we started looking at them, and now it's 1.7.
Yeah, because see, now at this point of the race, it's almost like a mental game as well. Because now either you can like try and push for more pace and make the guy behind you think, the guy is faster than me, I won't be able to catch up. But then EcoBoost still sitting more purple sectors. He might even go for a 24. He's using a lot of boost. He's trying to set another fast lap here, but traffic is gonna be in his way. Dirty air is gonna be in his way. Don't make mistakes. There is a possibility that the dirty air
Dispatches
gets
DC quite
very
easily.
close to DC there, but DC gives him the space. Very nice. Solid sportsmanship, letting the blue flags go and catch first.
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh wow! That's harsh. That's harsh. EcoBoost doesn't get damaged though, but he does spin out, trying to overtake Catfish on the outside of a corner where you shouldn't be overtaking. That's not an ideal. He found the extra cylinder in his Ford. So yeah, Catfish holding his line.
He's getting a bit of dirty air from Catfish, but Catfish has a bit of a spin. Or Catfish takes
he
a very
goes a bit
slow
wide.
line.
He has to go wide. And I think EcoBoost it's an oil leak, Kalen says. But yeah, I think and Leapy also gets an advantage from it. He goes up into third.
Oh,
And that's a very unfortunate for EcoBoost. And Sakai is going to be on a charge. He's gonna notice that EcoBoost has fallen back.
but EcoBoost it doesn't have any damage, which is really, really
He
good.
just
well
spun
done
off, so he'll have
for
dirty
not getting
tires
any
for a few
damage.
corners. And yeah, he's going to be back on his charge and lost 10 seconds out of that lap,
5 laps
Just
to
for
go.
that little incident.
5
laps to go.
Wolfie.
25
lead,
seconds. He was half a minute lead almost.
EcoBoost.
EcoBoost, he's still touching distance for I think for third and second place.
I'm trying
And
to look for
4.5 seconds in between all of them.
I'm looking for a battle on the track, and here we go. Here's
DC
the
Catfish.
close runners. DC and Catfish, and getting lapped by Leap. So these guys are close to.
Yeah, so
bit of
that's
battle.
unfortunate. I think what happened to EcoBoost is that he thought Catfish was going
He's
off
gonna.
to the side,
Yeah,
like giving him space, but then he came back on track as well.
yeah.
So
I think
DC
it might have been
very
a bit
close.
of miscommunication. It's a bit unfortunate,
It is unfortunate,
but
It really is
not
unfortunate.
intentional.
Yeah, definitely not intentional.
These 3
Yeah,
guys.
Catfish and DC very very close proximity as well.
Let's take a look at Safa. Safa hasn't stopped yet.
I told you he's going for a no stopper, this man. or is he planning to run through until the rain hits? But is the rain gonna hit? is
5
the
laps
question.
to go. I wonder where's the rain.
Yeah, so again, the light rain as R04 and R06. Well,
Yeah.
that's like at least like I don't know if it's light rain or just the rain.
Well,
I don't know if that's the
R6
setting.
is inters. R6 is inters. It's not hard enough to. You need to get to R7 to want full wets. But
Yeah,
R6, you can't run slicks on R6 unless you're an alien.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, what I've noticed a lot, especially with the practice lobbies, is that even as long as it says light rain, it doesn't mean that it will rain. And I've noticed that too much. I don't know if it's maybe a flaw in GT, because
I think we need to do a bit more testing on that. I think it's got to do with time speed up. So if you speed up the time
as well,
really quickly, then you'll progress through the different time zones a lot faster. Whereas if you got a slow time speed up like here,
he looks for a move there. Gee, that was looking a bit dodgy.
well, he's gonna have blue flag, but I think he's gonna stay away. He's probably wondering what happened to EcoBoost. He doesn't want to do the same thing to Leap.
Yeah, so EcoBoost now 32 seconds, unfortunately, behind.
EcoBoost slowing
makes another
down.
mistake. I think he's probably like really slapping himself in the face, like just try and get it back. And yeah, that's that mental game I'm talking about. Because obviously after that situation, EcoBoost is like, I need to make up some serious time here.
So here's
and then he
our
started
battle.
pushing.
Here's our battle.
It's still a battle. Oh wow, Safa is now 4 seconds behind EcoBoost.
3 seconds.
What? 3 seconds.
3 seconds
and
behind
losing.
EcoBoost. So Safa needs to leapfrog EcoBoost to make a change to the championship standings, because as it stands right now, EcoBoost is our champion for season 2.
Well, to be fair, EcoBoost set a 2-minute lap on lap 23. He might have literally just been waiting for Safa to see what they can race against each other with. Like I'm honestly I just have this in my mind that EcoBoost is like, I can't win the race now, or I can't even come second, so might as well wait for my rival.
That 3-second gap is now less than a second.
Yeah, so Safa on used odds, EcoBoost, I don't know, it does look like he's
Playing with each other.
Playing with, yeah, it looks like they're playing with each other, which is fine. That's just being sticking to the gentleman's agreement.
Right. Taking a look at the leaders, Ghost Killer still, even now, I mean, he could take his 4th pit stop. Or his 3rd
see if he could set
see
if he could set the fastest lap.
2 laps to go. 25 seconds is Ghost Killer's lead against Wolfie. Wolfie is 9 seconds ahead of Leap. Leap is 35 seconds ahead of Pumpkin, who is 10 seconds ahead of Eco. EcoBoost 1.3 seconds ahead of Safa, who's 22 seconds ahead of Osawa, who's 20 seconds ahead of DC. DC is 20 seconds ahead of Cat. Cat is under a second ahead of Dino. And Dino is 37 seconds ahead of Sniper.
Awesome showing here from our guys. And let's look at the fastest laps. Okay, we can't see Pumpkin. EcoBoost, we know he's there on the fastest lap. Safa, I don't think he's been setting any fastest laps, but I mean, to be fair, he is pulling off a no stopper. He is pulling off the no stopper. Safa is just going straight through. And yeah, look at those flames also from the back of the car there. EcoBoost going a bit wide on purpose by the looks of it.
Side by side.
Here we go. Let's Safa by.
These guys
and I kind of saw it coming. I saw EcoBoost was letting off the throttle there. And yeah, they're just going to be racing with each other.
So Safa, to make any change to the championships, would need to somehow magically find 13 seconds and overtake Pumpkin. So as it stands right now, EcoBoost is our champion for season 2.
Unless he spins again.
Well, even if he does spin, Safa still needs to get to P4.
Well, like with the points also. If EcoBoost were to finish, say, in 11th position, would that give Safa the win?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. So Safa needs a minimum of P4. So EcoBoost could retire from the race, but Safa would still need to.
Oh, Safa needs a better result from his previous.
Because there are drop rounds. So if
if
EcoBoost retires from this race, there are still better points that he's had in prior races.
And Luke was coming up at the back here behind Safa. It's our leader of the race. Ghost Killer. look at DC Game even say, where's the rain at?
Final lap.
Final lap, finishing in the 26th lap. Ghost Killer takes over on EcoBoost. Still 24 seconds. Wolfie, to be fair, has been closing the gap, but it's too big of a gap to close at this point. With the consistency of both drivers, I don't know. It might have been closer if they started like first and second together.
So
but Ghost Killer with an amazing show of dominance for this race. I think this SF just appealed to him for tonight. And I think really a much deserved win. Ghost Killer has been running with the front of the pack for the entire season. He's had battles with Leapy, he's had battles with Safa.
Ghost Killer crosses
the line.
a lot
of battles.
Safa crosses the line.
In 6. Buffy. Great season indeed. Good game all. And great season. Definitely MCC was tops for this one.
I absolutely enjoyed watching these guys race. There's been some really hard racing going on, and it's been awesome to watch.
And honestly, like the battle between Ghost Killer, Wolfie, and Leapy this season has been bar none. Then there was Pumpkin Patch, who, I mean, look at him. He's in 4th and looking to finish in 4th. This man, if anything, has just been consistently up there.
Pumpkin's been doing really well.
Yeah, so definitely, like in terms of pace, he's even running the halls as well. And getting a decent pace out of that. So I think if he opted to go for the 999 softs, he would have been possibly in contention with Leapy.
Right.
So once again, someone's run out of fuel, maybe?
I think somebody did a celebration spin.
Maybe a celebration spin. Yeah, Dino in 10th. And EcoBoost going to be the last to cross the line, I think. Getting all sorts of squirrely there on the track, but that is our champion. That is our MCC champion for this year, for the season at least.
Take a look at the results. We got Ghost Killer, Wolfie, Leap, Pumpkin, EcoBoost, Safa, Osawa, DC Gaming, Cactus, then Dino, then Sniper. And that's our race.
That is the race. That is the season. Ghost Killer, again, with a much-deserved win. Started pole, finished first. A completely dominant race. I think he was in 2nd place behind EcoBoost for fractions.
Right.
But yeah, that would be actually, congrats to him for being totaling a 2nd place per position there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's before the dropped rounds. Look at the points. Look at the points.
The points are so EcoBoost wins our championship of season 2. Ghost Killer entered this race at a P4 in the championship, and now he finishes the season in P2. Safa was in P2 and he finishes off the season in P3. Leap was in P3, he goes to P4. Wolfie was P5, he stays in P5. Pumpkin was in P6, or was that P7, and now he's P5. And
well done.
Catfish was in P6 and he stays in P6. DC Gaming finishes off in P8. Osawa P9, Sniper P10, Kendog, Dino, One Prime, Lorenzo, and Serious Sam, who those guys, some of those guys didn't join us for this final race. But what a season, what a race. I absolutely enjoyed it.
Yeah, our top 5 this season have been all over the show. It's been Leapy. I think Leapy has come away with a win. Wolfie has gotten podiums after podiums after podiums. The Ghost Killer, Leapy, and Wolfie have been bringing us some beautiful battles throughout the season. And then Safa and EcoBoost have just been purely dominating up until the issues.
The gentleman's agreement.
Until the gentleman's agreement tonight. But Very solid racing by all of the guys. Really, really tops.
That is very cool. We'll keep you updated as to what's on the next season, when's the next season, how's the next season gonna run. I think we're gonna take a bit of a good, well-deserved break now at the end of this season. It's been awesome.
It has been. It's been awesome commentating with you, Toonies.
Yes, likewise.
It's been fun. And honestly, I think it was just like the season for us here. It was really, really solid racing. You can look back at any one of the streams, guys. You will see some solid racing. We have our excitement in every single race, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Drinking game. Take a shot every time. Take a sip every time I say definitely. Upcoming races. We've got our Polo Cup at the end of this month, and we've got LNR happening next week Sunday, round 7 at Alsace. Then there's round 8 at Dragon Trail Seaside. A 1 week break, and then they've got Tokyo round 9 and Suzuka in round 10. And if you didn't know, SMTS is Single Make Tuner Series. We're running a Polo Cup, and we run on the last Tuesday of every month. The Polo Cup races match the real life Polo Cup, and we try and keep it as close as possible. And there's been some really tough racing. It's been awesome to race in there, but I do like racing, and sometimes I do like talking about racing.
Oh, I love both. We both love both. The racing Polo Cup. Kalen is interested.
Kalen, take a look at the other videos in this channel. You will see you'll see a couple of Polo Cup races, but we are going to be at Bathurst. Last race we did was at Goodwood, and oh my god, Goodwood is a nightmare. It's a really fast driving up until like 15-20 minutes into it, and you still got 10 minutes to go, but your rear tires are ice cold stones, and all you want to do is spin and die.
Front row drive things, eh? The Polo Cup.
Front wheel drive. It's really awesome. Next year we got some cool racing coming on. We got a Diablo GT 911 from 1973. Where that race we're running without ABS and without TC, and no assists and barely any mods. I think you can change your ABS. I mean, you can change your brake balance, and maybe a little bit
as well.
Yeah, it's insane. And then there's a Radical Cup that we've got, and the final one is going to be awesome, which is a 1967 Alfa Veloce Giulia Sprint. So that's such a gorgeous car to drive and tune. So fully kitted out, fully modded out, and completely open tuning. That's what SMTS is all about. Single make tuning series. And with that, end of the season. Thanks for everybody that's watching. Thanks to all the drivers for giving us some great racing, and thanks Revinity, Rehan, for helping me and helping the series.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. And like I say, as much as I do love racing, I enjoy watching the races as well. Because especially, it's like being a driver yourself, you don't always get in on the action that's going on around you. So being a spectator and commentator, you can see everything that goes on. You can sort of like pick on certain drivers when they make mistakes because you're not driving. But all in good fun. That's the key. That's the aim of the game. We have to declare that we do play games for fun. Yeah. So but awesome. We'll see now in the next coming series. There's a lot of good races upcoming, as you can see there on the stream on your screen. And we'll see Toonies in the commentating with the rest. Maybe driving up there, streaming it.
Awesome.
It's been a good time.
Been a good season, good drive, good commentating. Thanks everyone.